If you're enjoying this podcast from us here at Which, then why not become a Which member? Right now, we've got a special offer, especially for podcast listeners, meaning you can choose any of our 3 membership tiers for 50% off the usual price. Starting at just £39.50 for a full year, you can get Which magazine delivered direct to your door. For the same price, you could also choose a digital Which subscription, giving you access to all of our product reviews, the Which app, and the digital edition of Which magazine. What's more, you'll also be able to use the Ask Which service for personalised one-to-one buying advice. Or why not get a full access Which subscription for just £49.50 for a full year? Don't forget, that's 50% off the usual price. To join Which or to find out more, just head to which.co.uk/podcast offer. That's which.co.uk/podcast offer, or click the link in the description for today's podcast for 50% off a Which annual subscription.
Are you paying over the odds for your broadband and mobile bill? Well, this is how much you should really be paying. Hello, it's James O here again with Which Shorts, the podcast that gives you a free taster of one of our magazines every single week. And today, I've got some brilliant advice about reducing the cost of your mobile bill and your broadband bill. Now, in the August-September issue of Which Tech, Lisa Barber shared her best advice on what you can do to potentially cut hundreds of pounds from your bills every single year. Here's Lisa's piece, adapted for the podcast, this week read by Lucia Ariano.
Think, how much data are you getting and how much do you actually use? Well, networks are known to offer huge amounts of data in their contracts, and some charge far more for it than others. Our research has shown that 2/3 of phone users use less than 8 gigabytes per month, and only a quarter use more than 10 gigabytes. So if you're with one of the bigger firms, that's EE, O2, Vodafone or 3, now called Vodafone 3 after a recent merger, you're very likely to save by switching. Let's say you want to be with O2. The best deal we could find was £24 for 10 gigabytes of data. But if you go with a smaller firm instead, such as ID Mobile or Talk Mobile, you will find 10 gigabyte deals for £8 or less. That's a third of the price of O2. But what if you need more data? Well, if you regularly stream TV and movies when you're out and about, or use your phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot, it's reassuring to know you won't run out of data or get stung with unexpected costs, which is why unlimited data looks so attractive. But only 5% of mobile customers use more than 50 gigabytes per month, based on our survey. Again, if you're with one of the big firms, you're likely paying far too much, particularly since they all put up their prices come April every year, which will affect you even if you're on a contract. The cheapest unlimited data deals we found were £31 with 3, £35 with EE, £38 with O2 and £45 with Vodafone. The smaller firms not only don't put up their prices mid-contract, but they're a lot cheaper too. We found deals from ID Mobile, Smart and Talk Mobile for £16 or less. You can find loads more deals like this on our website, which.co.uk/phone-deals. If you don't know whether or not you're out of contract, you can text the word info to 85075 for free and you'll get an instant answer. What about broadband bills? Full fibre services are more reliable and faster than older partial fibre ones and are now available to more than 3/4 of UK premises. Prices have dropped too. The regulator Ofcom found that the promotional prices for the fastest deals have actually decreased in the past year. Conversely, the amount broadband users are paying has increased, mainly because the big providers put up their prices every spring. So if you haven't switched providers, you're almost certainly paying too much. When we used the Which Switch broadband service to analyse full fibre deals with the UK average download speed of at least 70 megabits per second, we found many widely available deals that cost £30 or less a month. That's even with upfront costs, promotional discounts and future price increases factored in. Check what deals are available to you at which.co.uk/broadband. You can easily compare deals by the total contract cost, which includes price increases. You'll likely see your monthly bills rise by around £3 thanks to many companies' use of annual price rises. For the quarter of premises that don't have full fibre yet, you don't need to pay more. When we looked at partial fibre services, we found you can still get between 61 and 74 megabits per second for less than £30 a month. Where you live can impact how much you will pay too. If you live in Hull or London, for example, you can take up even cheaper deals offered by Community Fibre and KCOM. Other affordable providers, including Hyperoptic, are continually expanding, so watch out for them when you search for a deal.
Thanks for listening to this podcast from Which, the UK's consumer champion. You can find plenty more advice about what we discussed today in the show notes. There you'll also find a link to become a Which member for 50% off the usual price, an offer exclusively available to you, our podcast listeners. Joining Which will not only give you access to all of our product reviews, our app, one-to-one personalised buying advice and every issue of Which magazine across the air, but you'll also be helping us to make life simpler, fairer and safer for everyone. Don't forget to hit subscribe wherever you're listening, that way you'll be notified whenever we release a new episode of Which Money, Which Shorts or another podcast that we make for you. And if you want to get in touch with us, then follow us on social media, we're at WhitchUK, or you can drop us an email to podcasts@which.co.uk. See you next time.
Do you want to reduce your energy bills? Or maybe you want to use greener energy? Go solar and get a discount. Right now, Which members can get a 7.5% discount on solar panels and their installation if you use Heatable, a Which Trusted Trader approved service. You can also include a storage battery and EV charger, handy if you're looking at making the switch to an electric car. To make use of this exclusive offer, simply head to which.co.uk/solar-offer. That's which.co.uk/solar-offer before the 30th of September 2025. And if you're not already a Which member, you can grab a year's membership for 50% off the usual price. To do that, go to which.co.uk/podcast offer to get involved. Start your solar journey today. Go solar and get a discount with Which.